Now, what we are discussing here is in relation to the big day that we're expecting to celebrate worldwide, the International Women's Day. And I'll begin with you for the fact that you are part and parcel of that kind of agenda. How does it feel to have your day in the offing coming? How do you feel as a woman first?
It feels nice, and it gives me a good feeling to know that the world appreciates me being a female gender, and for them to have a specific day to celebrate me being a woman, I mean, it gives me all the reasons to smile. Yeah.
Right. Any plans for that day? Your own personal ones?
Personal plans, not yet, because most high chances are I'll be here in the studio, so nothing much.
Okay.
Nothing much.
Clifford Mark,
Yes.
people are asking International Women's Day, International Women's Day, women empowerment. People are talking so much about the girl child and women. Is that a worry to you? And do you support what Njeri says here, that it's good that we have such a day for the women?
Yeah, I think it's a very wonderful thing, considering the value that women bring to society. You know, women are such a pivotal, vital gender in society. Without women, they cannot be, we don't have life.
Right.
And so, the love that they give to both sons and daughters, they need to be celebrated.
Right. Any plans you? Are you gonna take somebody somewhere? The fact that she's a woman, or you gonna, you know?
No, I can't. My mother will celebrate my mom.
Actually, you can't.
You can't, and you'll celebrate your
I'll
mom.
celebrate my mom, yeah.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, very well. Now, coming back to our topic of discussion, and I'm coming back to you, Cliff, that's where I'm beginning from. People are saying, and the men are saying, is it true, first, that you men are being intimidated by this drive about women empowerment?
That's a lie. We're not intimidated by women empowerment. We just don't like the fact that women, they think because they bring certain values, it's almost as if it's a competition between women and men.
Right.
So there's a...
Who brings the competition? Are you the ones who are creating an environment for competition, or them?
No, the environment is just conducive for healthy competition. But for them, seeing men competing, it's almost like they feel left out. That's why when they accomplish what men accomplish, it's almost like they feel empowered just because they accomplish what men accomplish. And with that, they bring the issue, oh, men are intimidated. It's not really that men are intimidated. We just view women as women. We're not intimidated.
You want to tell me? Okay, I'll be coming back to you. But Mercy, when we are talking about women empowerment and how it is posing as a threat to our men, is it true that yes, if an empowered woman, is it true that empowered women do intimidate men?
First of all, I don't think women empowerment is all about intimidating men. From my own understanding, I think it's a platform where women are given a chance to feel like they have equal chances and equal platforms to accomplish things in life as well as man. We're not looking for equality, because if I look at Cliff, he has beard, he has a masculine physique. I cannot be equal to him, but the world can give me an equal opportunity to accomplish what Cliff can also accomplish. Yeah.
And if the world gives you that kind of what you want to accomplish, what Cliff can accomplish, don't you think it's going to create an environment for competition?
It is not a competition. I don't understand why men view this as a competition, because I having what Cliff has does not make him less of a man, and does not make me a female. I'm a female man. I'll still be a woman. I can still have my feminine values and my feminine structure, still having what a man can have.
Right.
Yeah.
Very well. And do you agree with whatever Jerry is saying here in relation to having what you have and doing what you can do? And there's this phrase that people say, what a man can do, a woman can do better. Do you think these are some of the phrases that are prompting and also bringing such debates on and creating an atmosphere where it seems to be a competition between the two genders?
Yes, such phrases, you know, they're conditioned. Most women are conditioned from a very young age. When they're still girls, they're taught these axioms like what men can do, women can do better, and that's a lie, because intrinsically we're different. we can do things. We both are complementary towards each other. We're not meant to be competitive towards each other.
Right.
And so, as she says that she seeks to most women seek to accomplish things that maybe men can also accomplish, but the qualities you acquire for most successful men, the qualities you acquire as you become successful are usually very masculine, and most women tend to acquire these traits like assertiveness, dominance,
Right.
and
Is it wrong to acquire such traits?
yes, it's not wrong, but it makes you a bad candidate for most men. It makes you
A candidate for which position?
because you acquire traits, you become the man you want to. Most women in their quest for success,
Right.
they end up turning into men, not in the physical sense, but psychologically,
Right.
because they acquire these assertive tendencies, dominance, and the masculine energy, and this is not attractive to most men. Most men are not looking for women.
Because they feel like it's a threat, and you told me earlier that you don't view it as a threat, but from your explanation,
No, it's not a threat. It's not attractive. It's not attractive.
why don't men want such ladies with the qualities you're talking, the assertiveness, aggressiveness, the vigor? Why don't you want such kind of ladies?
Because it's going to create a very toxic type of interaction.
What do you mean toxic?
There's a way men interact towards each other, and there's the polarity between men and women. What makes a woman attractive is not what makes a man attractive. What makes a woman attractive is the attributes that are attributed to feminine tendencies,
Right.
like careness, being caring, tender, and soft. Not weak, just soft.
And calm.
Yeah, and that's what makes a woman attractive. But for men, what makes a man attractive is assertiveness, dominance, and such. And so when a woman acquires these traits, there's no polarity between the man and the woman.
Right.
So most men would rather just avoid this type of woman and go for the natural feminine woman.
And the natural feminine woman is not necessarily a naive woman.
Not naive, not weak, just feminine.
Okay, very true. Some bit of explanation there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you agree with whatever Clifford Mark is saying here. And the men out there, we'd like to hear from your side. How do you view this whole issue? You know, we are talking about women empowerment and the men's perspective about this. How do you view this? You as a man out there, start talking to us. Let's hear what you have to say, and we'll be looking at some of your feedback. But I want to come back to Jerry Massey here. He talks about traits and characters, and he has mentioned quite a number. Vigorness and assertiveness, and he's mentioned also dominance. And he says a woman that a man needs is a woman who is calm, polite, caring, tendering, you know. Why are they placing you in such kind of a cocoon, and do you think it's a place that you deserve to be there?
First of all, the fact that Clifford terms aggressive women and women who want to acquire things in life as unattractive, it clearly shows how intimidated they are with women who know what they want in life. And I want to tell you, Cliff, I can be an engineer who is a wife. I can be a lawyer who is a wife. Me accomplishing things in life does not take away the feminine character in me.
The wifey character.
The wifey character in me. And if unajua, okay.
But research shows it takes a little bit of the wifey thing.
It doesn't. Those are women who are fed toxic feminism and toxic empowerment, where they feel like insulting a man and not being submissive to a man, that makes you dominant, that makes you empowered, that makes you strong. It doesn't. You're just rude na kichwa ngumu. But a woman who knows what they want in life can also be as wifey as they can.
And being yourself, being empowered as a woman, does it make you change the kind of view that you have to make for the men?
Yes, it does. And I agree that it does, because it's always said that a woman's mind work faster compared to a man's mind. So if my mindset, a woman's thinking, reasoning, it works better.
Is it practical?
It is, because you find a man who is as grown as 30, as grown as 28, whatever, thinking like a 16-year-old. And if I'm this strong, I'm this empowered woman dealing with such a man, I can't. Of course, that's why.
Are you speaking out of experience or what? Okay. And meanwhile, as you think about your experience and what you'll be telling us, because I'm wondering, where did you get to meet this 30-year-old, and you thinking about a 16-year-old? You'll be telling me that. But Clifford Mark,
Yes.
why do you feel like you men think empowered women have a different view about you men? Like, for instance, you think that if I get this empowered woman, then to some extent, I maybe feel intimidated, and she will not be submissive to that amount of submissiveness that I want.
Because, like I said earlier, most women conflict their personal value and their value just as women. There's your personal value and the things you accomplish as a woman, and that's different from just being a submissive, caring, loving woman. And for most women, they think being submissive, caring, and loving, that's weakness. And they've been taught from a very young age, they've been conditioned to be strong. That's why most fathers today, they tell their young girls, I want you to go to school and become your own boss so that you don't need a man.
Is it wrong?
It's wrong.
What do you mean?
It's wrong because in the long-term effect is most women, like you can see nowadays, according to statistics, by most women, 6 out of 10 women by age 40 will be single mothers, and that's not.
Is that an issue?
Yeah,
What's the problem?
Because we need families. We need families, strong families, for society to be.
You mean single mothers and single parenting? It's not part of a family, or what?
Yeah, we need a family.
A complete family.
Man, woman, and kids in one household. In one household.
Right.
6 out of 10 by age 40 women in Kenya will be single mothers.
So you attribute women empowerment and this drive and this debate around it to the current situation of an increased single mothers
Definitely.
and single ladies?
Definitely.
Right.
There's a direct correlation.
Is it true, Jerry Massey, that you can remain single just because you are too much into empowerment?
I disagree with him 100% because I feel like the number of single women who are out here, it's out of men neglecting their responsibilities. Because right now I'll become pregnant for you, Cliff, and if you're not in a position to, if you are not psychologically prepared to be a father, ataruka mall, and he will run. So what am I supposed to abort the kid? Am I supposed to kill the child? I'll bring up the kid myself because I can, and it's because you neglected your duty. I didn't do it out of choice. I didn't do it because I'm empowered or something. It's because you neglected your responsibilities. I had to take over. But
then maybe Cliff may be doing that simply because you've talked about the psychological thing. Maybe maturity of his kind of a cycle thinks and feels that you are so much into empowerment, and he feels that I'll be insecure if I have to take care of you and take care of the kid based on how you've placed your standards and based on how you understand empowerment. Is that also a reason enough?
What standards? What standards are female placed that men cannot reach there? What standards?
Don't you think empowered women have upraised standards?
They do because you will not come into my life where I have worked to build my empire, and then I'm supposed to.
And you called it empire.
Oh.
That's the
it is whatever thing I have created in my life. You won't just come and uingie hapo katikati to destroy it, ama you come and dominate, and you've not been there when I was creating it. You are not there to support me. So if you come and find me in a certain place, I'll give you my standard because I feel that's what I deserve, because I've worked towards that.
Okay.
Yes, and if you can't offer that, then I'm sorry.
And again, for most women, the quote-unquote empowered women, most of the time, it's not that men are intimidated. Like, okay, not to go back, but the more a woman makes, the more she feels empowered, and the more, and the the less her dating pool of men becomes. Because women rarely date down, they date either across or up, preferably up. So if she makes 100,000 a month, then definitely every man from 100 and under is
no goes on.
Is not qualified. Not qualified.
Right.
So the more she goes up in the socio-economical ladder, the less a pool of women, pool of men suitable to be husband or long-term prospect becomes. And it's different for men. The more man makes, the higher he climbs in the socio-economical ladder, the larger, the wider his pool becomes. So these men, when they get...
And the larger going up for the men, is the larger going up or going down? What do you mean?
For men, as he makes, the more he makes...
You cut across?
The more he makes, the wider his dating pool becomes. Because now he can now access women from the top
and the bottom. Right.
Yeah, and for a woman, the more she makes, the less her pool becomes. Because she can only date men at the top.
Right.
And men at the top, so there's a conflict. Men at the top are looking at all these options underneath. But the women at the top are looking at that's on our level. And the men on our level most likely do not want her. So she'll feel like, okay, I'm empowered, and these men are just intimidated. And that's not the point.
That's not the point. Very true. And I'll be coming back to you to counter that, because I see when Cliff is speaking, you're busy shaking your head. I don't know why you're not in agreement with some of the points that he's making, and the analogy of having the bottom down up. I don't know if there's bottom up also matters about empowerment, but we'll be coming to that shortly after this short break. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a summary of whatever we are discussing here. We are trying to internalize this perspective of men about empowered women. And this has been brought about the current conversation going on the social media about sisi wanawake, mimi ni mwanamke, mimi si mwanamke. There are so many memes that have gone around in relation to that, and that is what we are discussing here. And we would love to hear from you as well, the men and the women. You both can speak to us. What do you think about this? Do you feel like empowered women are posing as a threat to the men? We'll be coming back shortly. Don't go too far. Coming to you because you were too much shaking your head when Cliff was speaking in relation to creating a balance between being empowered and not going outside being empowered. And we wanted to discuss this now. How do you get to balance between, yes, I'm an empowered lady, I'm an empowered woman out there, but then I need to give the men their space? Is it possible to do the balance?
With the space, what do you mean there?
The space, like for instance, hautampanda kichwani, because Clifford feels like when you're too much into empowerment, you forget like you're supposed to be submissive, you forget like you're supposed to be, you know, yeah.
First of all, when he says that empowered women have a lesser pool of men to date, it's because men don't want to work their standards up there. I can't work and be up there, and then you want me to always bending down to look for suitors, bending down to look for people to date me. No, it won't happen. That's the lie. But when I get a man that compliments me, a man that we are compatible, of course I'll submit, because I'm not into toxic feminism. I'm not into toxic empowerment where I'm taught to insult a man, that makes you a stronger woman. Right. Be rude to a man, that makes you a strong woman. I'm empowered in such a way that I'm given a platform, I'm an equal opportunity to achieve things in life, whether in career, whether in politics, whether economically. I'm given an equal platform. I'm not looking for a platform where I can slap a man and scream out there, insult them. No.
Right. And this equal opportunity that the ladies are talking about is something that which has been quite been talked about, and there has been give equal opportunity, fairness in terms of opportunities out there. Do you feel like the society still lags behind in supporting the women and giving them an opportunity? And that is it true that mainly we dominate all sessions and sectors, and the women feel like they've been left behind? Is it something that is there?
No, that's not true at all. It's a facade, because there's never been a time such as now where women could go for whatever they want in life. This is the time, because they can go to school. It's not like back in the days where men felt no need of taking women to school. Nowadays they're educated, they're smart, they're just not interested in some things that most men are interested in.
Right.
Because if you check, even in university enrollments, most of them take courses that are they're not marketable courses. And if you check the STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and math, it's 80% male dominated because they choose to take such courses. So women have an option. When it comes to politics, when it comes to education, that's it. They choose. Nobody makes the decision for them. They make the decision
for themselves.
Yeah. When it comes to politics, they also have an option of going to these platforms and contest. But most of them, they're not interested. Only all women of age have shown with time that they want to go there and contest. But younger women, they're not interested. Yeah.
Right. Why is it so? Why do you feel like younger women are not interested? And also, will be giving me an answer to, do you feel like, for instance, because you've mentioned something about the causes thing, do you think also we've made strides in terms of also having more women getting into causes and more ladies getting into causes that are men dominated?
Come again?
Do you feel like, for instance, now you've mentioned to me that we have causes that are 80% male-dominated, but that was previously. Do you think that we've made strides? Like right now we have witnessed that we have women inside causes that are men-dominated.
Yeah, definitely. There's been an improvement, but not as it would be preferred, because according to research, it's most women are interested in things, in people, while men are usually interested in things. That's why, yeah.
Where do you get this research of yours?
No. This is, it's all biological when it comes to men, and we're not the same. We're very different. And when you understand that, because we're very different, most men are interested in things, and women, most of them are interested in people. That's why they take nursing, teaching, courses that are very interactive in nature. And that's not STEM. For science, technology, engineering, and math, it's very hands-on, and you need creativity and just you and your thoughts and the things that are supposed to be done. But there's been some progress. There's been some progress.
Very true. Jerry, the fact that for the first time Cliff is saying and admitting that there has been progress, why do you feel we've achieved this, and why this progress? What made us get here now?
Women empowerment, workshops and stuff. That's what has made the progress be there. Because when women, to overcome the norm that has been there, like engineering, politics, it's for men. It has taken these platforms where women are told you can also do it. You also have the same capabilities. You also have all it takes to acquire this. It has taken that empowerment, which most men are against. And it's that which is breaking the norm, where women fear taking engineering, women fear being pilots. They want these soap things, as he's terming it. So it has taken women empowerment to be where we are currently. And
now that we have this kind of push and drive that we should empower women and we should empower ladies, where do you want to get with this whole stuff?
Sorry?
Where exactly do you want to get? Because I think there is no ending to this, and that the men feel like
the empowerment thing.
Yeah.
We want to create, or rather women want to have a society where we are given equal opportunities without being termed as a man, as a female. You see, if I do something
for instance,
if I do something right now where by the norm, it's men who are supposed to do that, and then I do it. We were like, Njeri is a female engineer, Njeri is a female comedian, Njeri is a female what? We want you to do away the female thing. If I am an engineer, call me an engineer. If I am a journalist, call me a journalist.
Do you think
Don't
we can
call
get
me
there?
a female thing. That's what we want. Equality, not equity, not equality. We don't want to be like men. We just want the equal opportunities with men.
Right. A society with equal opportunities for both genders, how will that society be like? And for you, Ben, is it comfortable for you?
Yeah, personally I have no problem with that, but we can never be equal because we are not the same. Men and women are different. For that alone, we can never be equal. Yeah, just for that alone. Men and women are different, we are not the same, so we can't be equal. We are complementary to each other.
Right.
Meaning the value, there are things that men bring to society that only men can, and there are things that only women can bring to society, and together we are complementary. And as for equal opportunity, like I said, women just make these choices. Because nobody can stop any woman from pursuing any cause.
Right.
Nobody will stop you from pursuing an elective position. Like right now, it's election season. Women that are interested in this elective post, they're going for them. But nobody will force you, and nobody will stop you. That's women just have to make the choice to get involved.
Okay, very well. And there was a point here. The fact that Cliff says women need to make a choice to either go for whatever thing they want to go to. And you know, if it's politics, it's for you to choose. If I want to get into politics, if it's for a career, it's for you to choose. And there has been this saying that women feel that they want to be handed over things. They wanted to be given a spoon fed. They want to be given things on a silver plate. You know, is it true that you don't want to go for them?
We do. We have women aspirants who are out there doing their thing, and it's not that we want to be handed over.
But they do make a lot
things.
of noise in relation to.
They
I don't know.
don't.
They feel.
They don't. It's not that we want things handed over to us. I'm a spoon fed. We want to be supported. Support is the word. We want to be supported to get there, because if you look like politics, it's a male dominated field, and when I go there as a woman, at a when we are having discussion, even Cliff himself, he says, I can't talk matters politics with a woman. Why does he feel he's not in a position to talk matters politics with a woman?
Right.
You feel so, and it's him. You can imagine now me as Njeri going out there in a male dominated political field as an aspirant. I'll need support. That's all I'm asking for. I don't need you people to spoon feed me. I don't need you people to do campaigns for me. I just need the support and the moral support. Yeah.
Very well. Now, when we are talking about support, because that is a word that has come often here, and it says that also the men need to support women and make sure that they do get empowered. Is it a role that men should play, or do you feel like it's something that you have no clue on how even you can start by doing it?
It's entitlement, which they have they have this entitlement that, oh, I'm a woman. Yeah, I'm a woman in politics. Vote me in. Why? Because I'm a woman.
Okay. Do you think that's the thing that bringing up?
No, they have this feeling of entitlement that they usually perpetuate, and that's why she says, "I just need your support
because I'm a woman."
Yeah. Why should we support you?
No.
We're supporting values and people who we believe in, and people who we deem as strong leaders.
Right.
Yeah. We can't.
So you want to tell me people should not view this from the aspect of being
gender.
A woman and
gender?
Yeah.
And that is what I've said.
And that's what. When it suits them, they'll come with some entitlement. Politics is male dominated. We need some women.
Is it a lie?
Support me.
Is it a lie? Is it not a male dominated field?
So we just need.
That's a fact. That is a fact. But
it's not about we need women.
It's not about we need strong leaders, not men or women. We need if you're a strong leader, like we've seen some women coming out. They'll be supported, and they've been supported before.
Right.
But you can't just come out by virtue of being a woman, expect to be elected or supported or given this position. You have to earn this position. And men understand very well that even the issue of respect between men, we respect men who have accomplished. Men, you can't just walk into a room and tell people, respect me. No, men respect, and they understand that once you accomplish certain things as a man, it comes with respect. It comes with that. Yeah, but for women, they usually, I'm a woman. So just, please.
I get your point. And I'm coming back to Njeri here. Njeri, I don't know if it's true, whatever Cliff is saying here, that you just go out there with the aspect of your gender. And you use your gender just to cause people to maybe support you, just to make and drive a point based on your gender. Is it true?
First of all, I've loved the fact that he has admitted that accomplishment comes with respect. So if you are respecting a man just because of what they have accomplished, why is it difficult for you to respect a woman because they have accomplished something? And you've just admitted that accomplishment goes hand in hand with respect.
Right.
So when I demand the respect I deserve because I'm in a certain place in life, why do you feel intimidated? Why do you feel like I should not do that just because I'm a woman? Why?
And he will be answering that. But I want you to answer my question here.
Okay.
Is it true that you are going out with the banner of my gender is female?
No. If you we are using aspirants as our context here. They have manifesto. they're doing campaigns. They're selling to their followers what they can do for them.
Right.
I've not come here at I'm a woman, I have hips, I have wigs, that's why I want you to vote for me. I'm telling you, I will build schools, I'll do this. The only thing I need, because it is a male-dominated thing, and males feel intimidated by such women. I need people behind to back me up, to remind me. When I go there and I find a male aspirant who have a mindset as same as Cliff, when I go back home, I need someone to remind me.
You're
Jerry
putting
can
it as
still
if
do it.
his mindset is even worse.
No, it is not worse. Based on our discussion here.
Right.
So I need a group, a moral support group with men. You can still do it. You can do it. It's not because I'm a woman.
Why is it difficult, Cliff, for you to pat women on the back and tell them, go ahead, you're a woman, you can do this?
Yeah,
why is it difficult?
Just like I said before, there's an issue of being competent. And this is what most women, they fail to understand. Not that they lack the capacity to understand, but maybe they choose to ignore. But there's an issue of being competent, and if you're competent, there's things you're going to accomplish. And once you accomplish them, you're going to earn respect, because respect can't be given to everyone. Because if you give everyone respect, then it loses value. That's why,
right?
Yeah, you can't give everyone respect. You earn respect. That's one aspect. You have to earn it, not by virtue of being a woman, but by being competent and accomplish things that people can see and having a track record. And the other thing about, like she says, women empowerment, most of them you'll see they run with this issue of once they get elected or given these powerful positions,
right,
mostly empowered women, the number one thing they usually do is they advocate for more women rights. Once they get the Chief Justice, the current Chief Justice, once she got into office, she started advocating for more women advocates in the High Court and in such things. So for most of the time, when they get these positions,
right, they
neglect the issue of society in general, and they focus on the issues of women in particular.
Right.
And that's not progressive for society. Once you're given an elective post or power position, you're supposed to work towards making the society a better place. But most of them, once they get that position, they start focusing on issues of women.
Right. Now the fact that you've mentioned about progressive, I just need a clear answer here. Yes or no? Do you think an empowered woman will stir progress in the society? Yes or no?
No.
Wow.
He's already said no. In your side, do you think rather an empowered woman will lead to progressiveness in the society?
Yes.
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 Wait, all that one. I want to read some of the comments and questions here as we also continue with the discussion. Lynn Shayla says, and it's quite long, I don't know if I'll read it all. Women are capable of doing tremendous things in the country's economy. That's why we encourage the girl-child education. Empowering women is essential to the health and social development of families, communities and countries. Where women are living fulfilled and productive lives, they can reach their full potential, hence contributing their skills to the workforce and can raise happier and healthier children.
True.
How so is that?
That's true.
So you agree with whatever Lynn Shayla says?
Partly.
Another one says gender equality is a basic human right, and it's also fundamental to having a peaceful, prosperous world. Let's stop GBV and hashtag breaking the bias. Women are not inferior beings.
We are not.
They are not.
And we will never be.
They are not.
Is it true that men you perceive, there is this Bible, I don't know, is it a verse in the Bible that says wanawake is what? My director, I think, will help me with that. He reads the Bible a lot. He will find that script for me. But they're saying, is it true that men view women as being inferior beings?
No, we don't view them. We view them as vulnerable.
Kwani hoji this is vulnerable.
Vulnerable meaning not weak, not soft, but vulnerable meaning the society, with a strong society, they thrive, but with a shaky society, they're bound to self-destruct.
Okay. Christine says, no. Women, empowered women do not in any way intimidate the men, right? And also somebody say, very true. But women should also understand that we'll never be superior, neither equal to when we can only try. There is Anne says, because I asked if women, empowered women, kind of be intimidate men. And it says it's very true, but women should also understand that we will never be superior and neither will we be equal to the men. We can only try. Is it true?
And we are not... I don't know why everyone is misunderstanding the empowerment thing. We're not looking to be the same as superior as you people. We're not. We just don't want to be in a certain cocoon where you see, you people are angry with the fact that some women want to be handed things, spoon-fed. No. We just want to come out and do things ourselves. And I want to go back to Cliff and tell him, he said that when women are given a platform, they go ahead and fight for more rights for women. They are not fighting for rights. It's because we want to break this norm of where women are not supposed to be in such certain heights. And if me as Njeri, I'm empowered enough to be in a certain platform, it is my duty to go back to the society and empower the young girls and remind them you can also be where I am.
Right.
And I'm supposed to fight for that platform and create more spaces for more ladies to come here. It's not because that I want to dominate the area. I just want more women to understand what it means to be empowered and to have a platform to practice your empowerment.
Very well.
Yeah.
I think by the end of this, I think we would have convinced Clifford Mark, but it's so hard and it's quite a hard nut to crack. But our question in a nutshell we were asking is women empowerment posing as a threat to the men? We expected your thoughts on that. And still, there is one lady here called Lucy Nduta says, yes, a very big threat. Ndo wanatumia hiyo msemo yao ya kwani mimi ni mwanamke. Just because we as women have raised up, come together and women empowered ourselves, ndo maana they see us as a threat. Mr. Clifford Mark.
Yes.
Do you feel that the thoughts of Nduta here make some bit of sense, that it's true? That you are first and foremost having and feeling intimidated with the men, and she has mentioned something about women empowering themselves and not being empowered by anyone else.
No, we are not threatened by them at all, because even when it comes down to it,
Okay, let me frame my question this way. Is it between, where is the threat even more worse? Between you having empowered Jerry, for instance, and Jerry having empowered herself, where is the threat even more?
There's no threat. There's no threat.
Right.
There's no threat, because when you put it like that, it sounds like first of all, there's nothing wrong with a woman being empowered, and there's nothing wrong with a woman empowering herself.
Right.
It's completely okay, and I advocate for that. They should feel empowered. They should want to empower themselves.
Right. Jerry, I want to get your thoughts concerning the trending meme about kwani mimi ni mwanamke. I think you find that somewhere.
It's boring, and I find men who post those things are presuming them to be funny, very, very like ancient creatures. Because if you look like the things they are associating women with, it's vitu zingine very example. I'm trying to remember one. They have hashtag that thing kwani mimi ni mwanamke. Nienda swimming pool kwani mimi ni mwanamke. Nipike na nini kwani mimi ni mwanamke. They are trying to... It's you people.
For instance, men, how do you even wake up and go to a swimming pool? Let's start from there.
It's healthy. It's healthy. It's healthy. You're taking care of your physique, of your health, of your whatever. It doesn't. It's not a women thing.
We can go to the gym. The trending meme on kwani sisi ama kwani mimi ni mwanamke is a way of taking women as inferior people. We only do meaningless things. Those who post and make fun of it, not knowing they promote gender-based violence. Exactly. This should stop. It's not funny at all. Do you think it's high time that such kind of trending memes, it's something that needs to be, stopped?
No, it's just a joke. It's funny. It's humor. It's what brings. It's what makes society a bearable place to be. Because we're just making fun. Women need to understand that it's in our instinct to protect and love women.
Right.
We do that naturally. We can never, if anything happens, we're going to put our lives on the line to protect women. We love them, we take care of them, and we're ready to protect them and provide them.
Right.
So such things are just jokes.
Right, jokes, and they should not take them so seriously.
It can't be taken seriously.
And not personal.
It's not.
Right.
It's never personal.
You understand that, Jerry? It's not personal,
I don't.
and it's just for creation fun.
I don't.
But then we are looking forward also to next Tuesday, where we'll be having the International Women's Day, and in this conversation, I believe we'll have it continued another time. But in a nutshell, what we are saying here, that there should be equal opportunities.
Exactly.
Right. I want to give you each a minute as you do your parting shot. I don't know, ladies first. Right. She's shaking her head. So we begin with Clifford Mark there. I want you to speak to the men and the women who are watching us about women empowerment in relation to the men's perspective now.
I'd just like to, for the men, I'd like to tell them to put themselves first and create your own value. Women are inherently born with value, but for men you have to create value. You're not just valuable just by virtue of being a man. Women are valuable just by virtue of being women. That's why they're protected at all costs. For men, if you're young, focus on yourself, put yourself first, create value, and then, but for women, be loving, caring, and
Supportive.
It's never a competition between men and women. It's just we're complementary. We need each other, and we should come together not for competition, but to create a conducive society and healthy for the next generation.
Very well. Very interesting and very quite a good parting shot there. And also we want to finish it up with a parting shot from Jerry Mercy. Here we go. Right?
Well, first of all, I want to make it known that women empowerment is not, it does not teach women to be rude. It does not teach women to neglect their wifey or female duties. And I want to encourage young girls out there. You can still do what men have done. You can still accomplish. You can still take those courses. You can still pursue those fields. And congratulations to women who are out there showing us that they can also do it. Don't listen to these men who think you building platforms and spaces for us is a threat, and is you trying to create more rights for women. We are just looking for equal opportunities, and we are not teaching people toxic feminism.
Right.